Live 24/7.
This is AGT Live 24/7.
Thank you, Comrade Jitendra Chaudhary. Friends, as has been explained to you by the State Secretary and Politburo member, newly elected Politburo member of Cpim, today we have had the first meeting of the Tripura State Committee of Cpim after the 24th Party Congress held in Madurai, Tamil Nadu, a month ago, first week of April. Today, our country has faced a peculiar explosive situation in our border. It is following the dastardly terrorist assassination of 26 innocent people in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, that problems unfolded in the western border of India, the border with Pakistan. So, yesterday, all on a sudden, a ceasefire between India and Pakistan has been declared with immediate effect. But there is a very peculiar situation with regard to this ceasefire which has been declared. The Foreign Secretary of India announced that the Director General of Military Operations of Pakistan contacted his counterpart in India and the offer of ceasefire was proposed, and India accepted that offer of ceasefire through this discussion between the Director General of Military Operations of Pakistan and India. At the same time, the ceasefire was first announced by the President of United States of America. Government of India has to now clarify how this has happened, how the President of USA can announce the ceasefire. Then the External Affairs Secretary makes an announcement which is contradictory to the announcement of President of USA, that the ceasefire has been worked out over telephone between the Director General of Military Operations. Cpim has always maintained the position that whatever problems we have with a neighbor, that has to be discussed, sorted out, and amicable settlement has to be arrived at without any third party involvement. This has been our position. The party position, so far as India is concerned, India also was following this position, especially issues related to India and Pakistan. So something different had happened. That is the impression one would draw from the unfolding of events. So Indian Prime Minister, Indian Defence Minister, Indian External Affairs Minister, they need to clarify what has actually happened with regard to this. Anyway, we wanted peace between the people of India and Pakistan. At the same time, we are very clear that terrorism of any kind cannot be tolerated. And terrorism of any kind has to be dealt with an iron hand. And those who are responsible for the dastardly assassination, terrorist murder of 26 innocent people in Pahalgam, those terrorists are to be caught and brought to the process of legal judicial process. Now, Indian Intelligence Bureau, intelligence agencies, they have come to the conclusion that those who have acted in Pahalgam, those terrorists, they have escaped either to Pakistan occupied Kashmir or other terrorist haven in Pakistan. So non-military pressure should be exerted on Pakistan so that Pakistan will apprehend and hand over these terrorists who murdered innocent people in Pahalgam. That is getting displayed in the ruling dispensation in our country. We already had discussion with the forces so that Pakistan will apprehend and hand over these terrorists. That is getting displayed in the ruling dispensation in our country. All secular democratic forces need to be brought together on a broad platform. Our 24th, after our 24th Party Congress, the first elections would be held.
স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি প্রথমেই আমাদের পার্টির নবনির্বাচিত সাধারণ সম্পাদক কমরেড M.A.BABYকে পরিচয় করে দিচ্ছি। তিনি আমাদের পার্টির কেন্দ্রীয় কমিটির সাধারণ সম্পাদক নির্বাচিত হওয়ার পর এটা প্রথম তার সফর, কিন্তু তারও অনেক আগে সে 80-র দশক থেকে ছাত্র আন্দোলন, পরবর্তী যুব আন্দোলনে বহুবার ত্রিপুরাজ্যে এসেছেন। তো আজকে পার্টির সাধারণ সম্পাদক হিসাবে পার্টি কংগ্রেসের পর আমাদের পার্টি রাজ্য কমিটির প্রথম সভা আজকে অনুষ্ঠিত হয়েছে। এই সভাতে উপস্থিত থাকার জন্য এবং রাজ্য কমিটির সদস্যদের সামনে গেল যে আমাদের পার্টি কংগ্রেস গেল, সেখানে আমাদের রাজনৈতিক এবং সাংগঠনিক তার যে সমস্ত প্রস্তাবগুলো গ্রহণ করেছি সেগুলো আমাদের রাজ্যের পরিস্থিতিতে এবং দেশের বর্তমান চলমান রাজনৈতিক এবং অন্যান্য পরিস্থিতির সাহায্য রেখে কিভাবে এখানে আমরা কার্যকরী করব সে সমস্ত বিষয়ে আমাদের পলিট ব্যুরো তথা কেন্দ্রীয় কমিটির যে বোঝাপড়া, আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং, এটাকে তুলে ধরার জন্য তিনি এসেছেন। তো আমরা খুশি যে তার প্রথম সফরে তার বক্তব্য শোনার জন্য আপনারা এসেছেন। আমি এখন অনুরোধ করব তো কমরেড
to the situation in our Indian border. Party Congress has taken very important decisions which you have already announced. We don't want to discuss that in elaborate fashion because country is confronted with a very explosive situation today. But our position is that in India, all secular democratic forces need to be brought together on a broad platform to fight the neo-fascist tendencies that is getting displayed in the ruling dispensation in our country. We are going to have elections in October in Bihar. Our 24th, after our 24th Party Congress, the first elections would be held to Bihar Assembly. There, our electoral approach should be to bring all secular democratic forces together within the structure of Mahagathbandhan. We have already had discussion with the forces who have been working as part of the Mahagathbandhan. We would take forward the efforts to mobilize secular democratic forces in different parts of the country. 24th Party Congress also has decided about working systematically to regain our lost influence in different parts of the country. It is known that in West Bengal and Tripura, there is a decline. We had to face some setbacks. For CPIM to regain its strength in the entire country and to come up as a powerful communist force to reckon with at the All India level, regaining our influence in West Bengal and Tripura is one of the prerequisites. The Tripura State Conference of CPIM discussed this in detail, and a roadmap has been worked out in the State Conference of our party in Tripura, which was held in preparation to the 24th Party Congress. Today's State Committee meeting also discussed about the state of the party and various class and mass organizations in different parts of Tripura. We are faced with undemocratic assault against our cadres. In Tripura, a very pathetic situation is existing and continuing. People are finding work. People are finding it very difficult to get work. Starvation is spreading in different parts of this state. It is known to you that people are going out of Tripura in search of work and food and survival. But the state government is doing nothing to address the big survival problems of people in the state of Tripura. CPIM, along with other left forces, who take up these issues and try to find solution to them. Long and short, I don't want to make a lengthy, elaborative presentation. We hope that the media would also continue to support the activities of CPIM in Tripura and elsewhere.
कॉमरेड बेबी किछु
अभी जो सिचुएशन है इंडिया पाकिस्तान की अभी जैसे कि कल बंद हुआ है, ये जो अटैक होने हो रहा था कल बंद हुआ है, और आपको क्या लगता है दोबारा ऐसे करेंगे पाकिस्तान या बातचीत करके इसका समाधान होगा? आपको क्या लगता है?
This question is whether there will be peace.
Whether now for the time being that the truce have been announced, but what will happen next to that? Whether it will further escalate or not?
Yeah, no question. Right. मेरा हिंदी बहुत बुरा है, इसलिए तो आपका क्वेश्चन अच्छा तरह नहीं पता करे नहीं तो मेरा जवाब ही खराब हो जाएगा. अंग्रेजी में रिप्लाई देगा ना. You see, now the ceasefire has been declared, but notwithstanding the ceasefire, some incidents are there. Some, not in a large scale, but some allegations of violation of ceasefire, that also is coming up. But we hope it will not escalate. Nobody is going to gain from escalation, or nobody is going to gain from war. You see, after the Pahalgam incident, Government of India also claimed that the military Operation Sindhu, was measured, proportionate and non-escalatory. It has been explained by Government of India. We have to go by that. That no civilian target was chosen. Only places where terrorists are expected to have their camp and operations. Only such places were targeted. And Defence Minister said that the purpose has been successfully achieved. There was some response from Pakistan. Now, ceasefire is established, but there are violations. I think it would be possible for both sides. The Director General of Military Operation called from Pakistan to his counterpart in India. I am very sure they would be establishing contact with each other. They would be asking after ceasefire why this is happening, why violation happening. So we cannot make much conjecture. We cannot be very clear about how things would unfold. So many ifs and buts are there. But still, I hope that through discussion and negotiation, ceasefire can be put into practice, put into effect. That is what I hope. That is what CPIM wishes. Okay.
आज कुछ देर पहले जो न्यूज आए थे कि डोनाल्ड ट्रंप कल कहा था कि ये वायलेशन बंद करने के लिए दो देशों में बैठकर बातचीत करने के लिए, और आज प्रधानमंत्री, देश के जो प्रधानमंत्री, उन्होंने बैठक की है सभी एयरपोर्ट के साथ, गृह मंत्री भी थे, बहुत सारे लोग थे वहाँ पे। देखा गया है अभी जो बातचीत बाहर निकल कर आया है, सूत्रों से जो खबर आया है कि डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इस बारे में बात ना करें तो ही अच्छा है। दो देशों की बात, मुल्क की बात कर रही है भारत और पाकिस्तान में, उन लोगों के साथ ही मध्यस्थ होना चाहिए। जो डोनाल्ड ट्रंप जो कहेंगे उसके ऊपर कोई चर्चा या बात करने की अभी जरूरत नहीं है।
This is exactly the position of CPIM. This has been the position of our country also. Nobody else, no head of any other country, friendly country or otherwise, they don't have to meddle into the problems that we have with our neighbors. This is what I clarified at the beginning itself when I started referring to Pahalgam and aftermath. It should be mutually discussed. It should be bilaterally discussed and resolved. Third party intervention, whether it is Donald Trump or any other, ruler, president or prime minister of any other country, they don't have to interfere. In fact, yesterday or earlier than Trump's claim that he has negotiated, Vice President of United States of America, Mr. Vance, he said that we don't want to intervene in this. It is for the concerned parties and concerned countries to discuss and find a solution to. Then Trump comes out nullifying what his Vice President had stated. So what is happening? Prime Minister should clarify whether Trump was entrusted with this work, or without having been entrusted, Trump volunteers to do some work without being entrusted. What is the actual position? They have to clarify. This is a very big, important matter. India government will have to explain. Prime Minister has to explain. Okay, now over to Comrade Genl.